Hi, and welcome to Houston Refocused, a program that reflects the changes in our community and our city. With many nonprofits in Houston, I'm here to share with you information about Cuddling Care Inc. It is a 501c3 nonprofit founded in fall of 2004, and they donate items to needy newborn infants at Lyndon B. Johnson Hospital. They also donate items to families that are low income and medically indigent. So now I present to you founder and president of Cuddling Care Inc., Odell Roundtree.
Well, Cuddling Care started back in the fall of '04 when we discovered that newborn born at the hospital needed clothing. So myself, Dorothy Scott, Margaret Palash, and Willa Mae Hull, the four of us got together and decided that we would donate a legs to the babies, and we did. In January '05, we carried our first 56 or 54 items, depending on who you ask, items to LBJ Hospital, and we were treated with royalty. You would have thought that we carried everything they needed, which we thought at the time we did. So the month of February, we carried 124 items. And for the month of March, we gathered other people in our group, other seniors in our group, and Rich, the coordinator of volunteer service there, he uh, he gave us a room. He invited us rather to come to the hospital one evening a month and bring the items. So we did about 15 or 20 women, and every woman would bring an item, and we would second floor conference room, and we would gather there at 7 o'clock, and we would spread the items out on the table, and then we would put them in layers, and then we would put them in Ziploc bags, and we would leave them there. That's what we did, and we did that all of '05, all of '06. And '07, we moved Cullen to the villa where I live here at Wood Forest, and that is the beginning of Cullen Care. And the reason we moved it is so we could introduce it to the community, and that's what we did. Mhm.
Yeah, it's amazing just some of the things that I read about the history with Cuddling Care Inc. So tell us when the ministry became a 501c.
The summer of '07, the summer of '07, once we moved here, we received a nonprofit from the IRS. Yeah.
And so when that process came into effect, you had mentioned that Rich was very much involved in that process.
Oh, he is Mr. Cullen Care. He was named Mr. Cullen Care. He was just adorable to Cullen Care. We would not have made it thus far without him, without his guidance. He always welcomed us to the hospital. Of course, we had limitations, but we were okay. We didn't need to be roaming all over the hospital anyway, but we did. We miss him dearly. hmm
Now, tell me a little bit about Lyndon B. Johnson Hospital. How was the first initial contact with them when you first told them about what you wanted to do for the infants here in Houston and their moms?
Well, it's hard to say, but it is so real. They treated us so wonderful. They really did. I mean, we didn't know exactly what we were doing, and I'm not for sure they did either. But they welcomed the items that we made, and we carried there. They still do. They still do. They are grateful. And the more respect they show us, the more of course that we want to give. And now we know exactly about what they need, and we can kind of meet that quota for them. And we do it on a monthly basis. Mhm.
Wow. Okay. Excellent. So, tell us about some of the donated items that go to the infants and their mothers.
Okay, well, not only do we donate to the babies, but we target the moms, especially the moms who come off the street that are homeless and have a baby. So, what we donate to the babies is onesies, receiving blankets, caps, and socks. We started with that in '05, and we have not varied one bit. Of course, we've added to that by giving them toiletries, and we do quilts for them. We do bereavement gowns for them, and the moms, we do a wrap, and we take a wrap, and I'll show it to you momentarily, and we put a pocket on it. So, and we put the pocket on the inside of the wrap. So if she's sleeping on the street or anything like that, her little treasures a face to her. She can lay on those. And not only do we do wraps, but last year, I think it was 15, we learned that there were necessities that when a mom has a baby that she desperately needs. So now we give those items to those things like underwear and sanitary napkins and deodorant and things like that. We give them to the mom.
Okay, that's excellent. So, with all this work done now, tell us some of the organizations and people that are involved also with Cuddling Care Inc.
Wow, I'm glad you asked that because when we was doing this, when we first started, and I think my compadres, my three ladies, they always help me whatever I'm doing. They always help me. Come on, we gonna help. But they didn't know it was gonna be 12 years later. But anyways, they helped me. They were very helpful. And when we had to do the 501c, it was a different story. Then we had to reach out for people who had the know how to do it. Shirley Kelly and Dan Kelly, Shirley Molino, Renee Branson. These are some of the people that were just really instrumental. And my sister, who bought the first fabric, and Jackie Malbo, who bought the second fabric. They were just instrumental in helping us do this. They were. Now, those other individuals, Daisy Morrow. Daisy Morrow came on board in '07, and Daisy is still with us. She is our business manager, she and Mr. Morrow. Now, Ethel Hall and her husband, Jimmy Hall. Ethel's our secretary treasurer. Ethel has been with us probably since '09. She's backbone. She and Daisy Morrow are backbone. So some of the organizations that has just been so helpful. And then there is the Osteen, uh, Dodie Osteen, Joel and Victoria and Pastor Paul and Lisa, they are the one who this is where I worship. And they say, the first one, Pastor John, he would say, do something, least you do nothing. And I wonder, what does he mean? And then when he went on to be with the Lord, his son would teach, bloom where you planted. I got it then. Okay, I got it. He would say, he broke it down like, well, if you're on your way and you see somebody's lawn need to be mowed, well, you can mow the lawn. Well, I knew I wasn't going to do that. But anyway, so that is one of the that was one of the people that I would like to thank them for their teaching. And then we have the organization like Brentwood Baptist Church. They gave us baby showers for a long time. Uh, Uvalde Baptist Church. Uh, Sunday school teachers had 4 classes, and at first they were giving their nickels and pennies where they played bingo to the nursing home. They found out about us, and then they decided that they were going to shop for us, and this is what they did. Victor Temple Church is another one that helps us a lot. And then recently, for the past 3 or 4 years, East Houston Medical Center Adult Auxiliary is very helpful. We have South Texas Nursing Association Auxiliary. They donate frequently too. And then we had the Daughters of the British Empire, the Sir Malcolm Sargent chapter. They are very helpful too. So those are just some of the people that has helped.
Now, as founder and president of Cuddling Care Inc., what other things would you like to see in the future as far as like donations and things coming in?
Well, what I would like to see is a commitment. Now that we know the number of items that we need, we would like someone to come on board and say, I will donate this amount you need. I will donate that amount. We have never had a budget, but every month we have donated wonderfully. We have. So it would be good if we could get a commitment. Somebody said, it's not about the money. If somebody would say, we can give you this amount of Pampers, we can give you this amount of clothing, we can give you this for the moms. If we could get a commitment like that, that would help us tremendously. And right now, we are in need of a new well. So there is a lot that we need people to do that really doesn't necessarily involve money. Mhm.
Excellent. So, for those viewers out there that would like to participate with Cuddling Care Inc., how could they do so?
Well, they can call. They can certainly call 713-637-8722. They would get me. Then they could always call Ethel, our Secretary of Treasury, 281-328-2380. And right now we do have a web, but we will be getting a new web shortly. hmm those are some of the ways.
Thank you for watching Houston Refocused. If you're a community organization or a nonprofit and you would like to be highlighted on a program, you may email me at rpalomino@hmstv.org. With Houston Media Source, I'm Roger Palomino. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.